Okay, by a round of applause, how many people have been on a cruise? No surprise, right? Cruises are fun. Now, I started my career early on doing the college circuit and working on cruise ships. Matter of fact, I've done 106 cruises. If you think about that, that's 106 weeks. I have spent over 2 years of my life on a cruise ship, and they're not what you think. I have been asked some of the stupidest questions of my life on a cruise ship. I have been asked, so does the ship make its own electricity? No, we pull an extension cord from Miami. Or this one lady one time asked me, is the water in the toilet salt water or fresh? I don't know, I haven't tasted it. But it's cold and deep. The gentleman got that. I was standing out on the back deck one time overlooking the pool, and this guy comes up, stands next to me, and he looks at me and he goes, "You're the magician, aren't you?" And I said, "Yes, sir, I am." He said, "I enjoyed your show last night." And I said, "Well, thank you very much." And the ship's rocking back and forth because the seas are really rough. And he says to me, he goes, "The water in the pool, is that salt water or fresh?" And I said, "Actually, it's salt water. They pump it in from the ocean every day." And he said, "That explains why the water's so rough in the pool." So one evening, I was out in front of the purser's office in the lobby there, and I see this little old lady, and she looks like she's lost. So I go up to her and I said, "Excuse me, ma'am, can I help you?" And she said, "Yeah, I can't find my cabin." I said, "Well, tell me your cabin number, and I'll see if I can help you find it." And she told me, and I'm like, "I'm going right by there. Let me show you." Now, you need to understand, this is an older lady. For those of you who've been on cruise ships, you understand. She's older. So I put out my arm, she grabs it, and I'm walking her there. She's like, "You sure know your way around this ship pretty well." And I said, "Yes, ma'am, I do." And she said, "Have you been on it before?" And I said, "As a matter of fact, a couple of times." And she's like, "Well, how many times?" I said, 24. And she looks at me, she goes, "What do you do for a living that you could be on this ship 24 times? I'm thinking, she doesn't know who I am. So I'm going to have a little fun with her. I tell her, "Ma'am, I'm a gigolo." And before I can tell her anything different that I was just teasing her, around the corner came this lady who obviously saw my show the night before, and she said, "Kid, last night you were fantastic."